Cheesy the Podcast, presented by Just Cheesy Productions.
Hi there, I'm your host Fondue.
I'm Cheesy.
In this week's episode, we're talking all about restaurants that are dedicated to cheese around the world.
Whoa.
We're going to talk about a conveyor belt, a train, a boat, and a bar.
Ooh.
We find out about a new condiment and a very questionable mac and cheese flavor.
Oh, no.
And we're going to tell a very cheesy joke.
Haha,
Stay tuned for 208 Out to Eat on Just Cheesy the Podcast. You know, cheese restaurants aren't new, and they're sprinkled all around the world.
They are?
There's one in France called
Ooh.
Pain, Vin, Fromage. My French is really bad, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
According to gourmetcheesedetective.com, this restaurant has over 30 cheeses to choose from,
Whoa.
6 different fondues, and plenty of meat dishes.
Yum.
There's a restaurant called Bod and Millet
Sure.
in Bordeaux, and they have been in business for 35 years serving wine and cheese.
35.
Strasbourg has one called La Cloche au Fromage.
Oh,
This
boy.
place won a world record in 1989 for having the largest cheese cloche.
Holy cow.
They have a picture of it on their website. Now, a cloche is basically like a lid that protects the cheese. This
Ooh.
bad boy is huge.
Yeah.
It is 1.96 meters high, and if you're American, a meter is 3 feet.
Whoa.
So it's almost 6 feet tall.
Wow.
And it can accommodate up to 90 different varieties of cheese.
90?
There's a place called St. Michael's Cheese in Estonia.
Whoa.
There's a place called Cheese Me in Spain.
Nice.
CultureCheeseMag.com talks about New York City and Marie's Cheese Bar.
Ooh.
There's a place in Chicago called Cheese Teak.
Ooh.
But there's one that interests me more than any other on this list.
Oh, yeah.
Currently, London has a place called Pick and Cheese,
Ooh.
and they're about to open one in New York City.
Wow.
According to timeout.com, this conveyor belt restaurant is coming to New York City in 2026.
Ooh.
Now, I've been to a sushi belt
You have?
restaurant, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, if this is anything like the sushi one, there's a conveyor belt that goes right by your table. You're able
Ooh.
to reach out, grab a little plate, and grab a piece of sushi.
Ooh.
According to this article, it sounds pretty similar.
Yeah.
Diners sit at the counter.
Okay.
There's a slow-moving belt carrying plates of cheese.
Cheese. Ooh.
They say each one holds a small portion of artisan cheese.
Ooh.
Think creamy wedges, crumbly hunks, and oozy drizzles.
Ooh.
And I actually thought this was the only conveyor belt cheese restaurant in the world.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
It's not.
It's not?
There's already one in the United States.
Ooh.
And it's been around since 2019.
Whoa.
It's called Culture & Co., and it's in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yum.
This restaurant is owned by a mother and daughter team, and their menu focuses on what they say is artisan American cheese with seasonal food pairings and a natural wine list.
Yeah.
There's a link in our show notes.
Ooh.
Pick and Cheese and Culture & Co. are not sponsors,
Aw.
but if they were, their ad would go right here. Have you ever wanted to listen to the web?
Yeah.
Well, Newsly makes that possible.
They do?
They're an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android.
Super app.
You can listen to trending articles on the web on topics that you choose and get them read to you in a natural human voice.
What kind of topics?
Sports,
Cheese?
tech, business, science.
Cheese?
I'm sure there's even cheese.
Yay.
They even have an entire section for podcasts.
Are we there?
Of course we are.
Ooh.
It's one of my new favorite podcast apps. They even have digital radio.
Holy cow.
Just go to www.newsly.me to download it free.
Whoa.
Or use the link in the description. If you use the promo code CHEESY,
Cheesy.
that'll get you 1 month free premium subscription.
Yay. Newsly.
Now, back to the podcast. You're thinking to yourself, boy, I could really go for a lot of cheese.
Oh, yeah.
You can.
I can?
LesGrandsBuffets.com.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. This is in France.
Yeah.
This is a giant buffet.
Giant.
According to ParisSecret.com, they have the world's largest cheese platter.
Whoa.
111 cheeses
Holy cow.
on a 30-meter long platter, 90 feet, Americans.
Oh, my.
This cheese platter is so long that they won a Guinness World Record in 2020.
Whoa.
Their website is in French, but I don't need to read French to be able to see this bad boy. They've got a
Yeah.
rotisserie.
Ooh.
They've got seafood. They've got dessert. They've got meats.
Yum.
It is
Yeah.
amazing looking.
Amazing.
I'm just so impressed with this cheese board.
Yeah.
It's 90 feet long. And
Yeah.
if that doesn't do it for you, they say every day no less than 1,100 pounds of cheese
What?
is placed on the tray.
Holy cow.
It doesn't come cheap.
No.
It's 62 pounds or 82 US dollars. But
Ooh.
if you're in France and you've taken a trip there, why not get this? It sounds amazing.
Yeah, why not?
It's 4 hours from Paris by train.
Ooh.
And speaking of trains, according to myswitzerland.com, there is something called the cheese train.
Ooh.
This is a day-long scenic train ride.
Ooh.
They say you'll discover the secrets of making a Swiss Alpine cheese.
Ooh la la.
The train takes you to a restaurant called Le Chalet.
Ooh.
They make fondue there in the traditional way over a wood fire.
Whoa.
There's a link in our show notes where you can make reservations.
Yum.
We found out there's something called a cheese boat.
Yeah.
This isn't a boat you ride in. This is
Nope.
a boat you eat.
Ooh.
According to cheeseboat.bk.com, you only have to go to New York for this one.
Okay.
This delicious-looking dish is a staple in the country of Georgia.
Whoa.
It's a bread boat with cheese, butter, and eggs inside.
Yum.
It's not just egg and butter at this restaurant. You can get things like meatballs,
Ooh.
steak and mushroom,
Yum.
smoked Gouda,
Ugh.
prosciutto. You name it, it's on this thing.
Whoa.
Not able to make it to New York?
Nope.
Well, you don't have to. If you're in North Carolina,
Okay.
you can go to a place called Wedgwood Cheese Bar.
Ooh.
This place has a curated cheese counter.
Oh my.
They say you can pull up a stool at their chef and cheesemonger-led bar,
Ooh.
and they will help you through curated cheeses.
Wow.
And if you can't make it there, there's a place
Okay.
called The Melting Pot.
Oh
This
yeah.
is a fondue restaurant, and it's located all across the country.
Yeah, it is.
If you don't want fondue,
No?
you can get mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
There are 3 locations to a place called I Heart Mac and Cheese.
Ooh.
One's in Colorado, one is in Michigan, the other is in Florida.
Nice.
And speaking of mac and cheese, it's time for my favorite segment.
This week in cheese.
Oh, Kraft, what have you done?
Yeah.
This flavor that they've got is based on a pairing that's an interesting tradition in a few different places.
Yeah.
It takes apple pie and puts a piece of cheese on top.
Yep.
Well, Kraft wanted to get in on this,
They
what they
did?
call 2 Thanksgiving staples.
Oh.
They're calling it Kraft Mac and Cheese Apple Pie Flavor.
Oh.
And Jason Biggs from the movie American Pie is hyping up this new flavor.
Oh boy.
It's supposed to be available right now at Walmart.
Okay.
And it costs about $1.48 a box.
All right.
And it's available while supplies last. Now, if we can get our hands on it, we'll definitely give it a try.
Okay.
According to Wikipedia, there used to be a restaurant called Melt Bar and Grilled, and it was a
Ooh.
chain in Ohio, and they had gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh.
Unfortunately, they went bankrupt in 2020.
Aw.
But I'm bringing this up to say that there was another article this week.
What?
According to people.com, Tillamook cheese, well,
Oh boy.
they've decided to try to end the age-old debate.
They did?
Which condiment makes the best grilled cheese?
Oh.
Is it butter or is it mayonnaise?
I don't know.
Apparently now you don't have to decide.
You don't?
They created a new condiment called butternayse.
Butternayse.
The article says that Tillamook took extra creamy, unsalted butter and Kewpie organic mayonnaise, and they combined it in what they're calling a first-of-its-kind spread.
Oh.
I don't know if I would definitely say this is the first of its kind. There used to be
Yeah.
something called Dijonaise, which was Dijon
yeah.
mustard and mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
So butternayse sounds a little similar to me.
Yep.
The spread is available now. It comes in 8-ounce jars.
Ooh.
And they said every butternayse purchase comes with equipment and ingredients to create a sandwich, like a spreader and 2 types of cheddar cheese.
Nice.
The cost? $15.
I'm ready for a joke, Fondue.
Okay. How do people know when a cheese restaurant is really good?
I don't know.
There's a brie line to the door.
No.
Hey, I wrote that one myself, and I think it's a little bit cheesy. Thanks for listening to Just Cheesy the Podcast, episode 208, Out to Eat.
Thank you.
Check out justcheesy.com and click on our blog link where you can get a list of all of these wonderful restaurants.
And stay cheesy, everybody.